Let me go across to my colleague Shail Bhatnagar, who's joining in to give us the morning opening action as far as the trade settled is there in the pre-open trade. Warm welcome to you. Good morning to you, Shail, and good to have you with us. Well, the trade setup seems mixed with the US softer, Asian markets mixed absolutely. What are the trends telling you in the morning trading action today?
Well, Sakshi, a very good morning to you and to all our viewers. Weakness persists on the fifth day. The Nifty has given back somewhere like 550 points from its most recent high and will now try to defend the previous week's close and low, which is 25,750 or so. If that breaks down, which seems likely, there is more pain ahead. So 25,600 opens up, 25,550 opens up. Remember, it's a very, very big day in the US. The Supreme Court there will rule on the legality of tariffs, as also unemployment data will come. So those are the things that we are looking at, and plus that overhang that US President Trump has now put in. He's now seeking Congress permission to put 500% tariffs on all those countries that import Russian oil. So pain is ahead, and the weekly close today will matter very importantly, Sakshi.
Absolutely. Extremely important cues there that everybody has to watch out for, more on the external front rather than the domestic front, at least for now. Let me also welcome Mayuresh Joshi, the head of equity research, William O'Neill India, who's joining in on the program shortly. And of course, we'll be focused on a lot of key sectors today. Mayuresh, good morning to you. Good to have you with us. Just like how Shail highlighted, I think the focus is getting shifted back to the US with two important points there, with the US Supreme Court now and the ruling that's going to come in as far as tariffs are concerned. The big question is, despite the ruling, despite some rollback, if at all it is hinted at, will Donald Trump again find out some ways of imposing further tariffs? He's already seeking that 500% tariffs on all those countries that are importing from Russia. How are you looking at this shock? It seems like deja vu of 2025, right in the beginning of 2026.
Morning, Sakshi. Morning, Shail. No, I think this has again become an overhang for the markets, and you never really know what Trump will think, decide, act, and do. So I think in all these aspects, it's really unclear on how the president thinks, and therefore I think the markets have probably reacted yesterday. They might just take it in its stride today unless something is authenticated on this front. It just does not make any logical sense and the rationale for having 500% tariff done. I think the trade will stop completely for any countries which probably have that kind of a tariff imposition done on them. So I think it's more a rhetoric in terms of ensuring that you come on the table and finish the trade deal fast or negotiate fast in terms of whatever is pending on the table as well. So again, markets have largely taken in their stride. I think it's a wait and watch for the markets now whether this happens or not.
Absolutely. Shail, could you help us identify the key stocks within the export-oriented sectors? How are they doing at this point in time? Yesterday, there was a sharp fall on Gokaldas exports. Is it likely to face the pain even today?
Sakshi, I think there is a very serious pause in buying. So in any case, there is no buying support in the market. So levels really don't matter. The most crucial ruling is what the US Supreme Court will come out today. Let's wait for it. 4 दिन हम लोगों ने इतने बुरे निकाले हैं. Another 3-4 hours really don't matter. But candidates such as HDFC Bank are coming up for shorting opportunities on charts. So that's painful. Look at Reliance, look at ITC. They are not showing any signs of recovery. So it's best to stay away. And if you really want to deploy money, I would still suggest go for a large cap fund. This is not the time to put fresh money in the market. It's really painful out there.
Absolutely. We could be looking at a breach below 25,850 right when we open today, and that's what is getting indicated on the Nifty. But Mayuresh, to understand from you, IT stocks, the export-oriented stocks, would you largely stay away from these spaces right now?
So actually, I think I've always maintained my stance, specifically when it comes to IT, that large cap IT from a valuation matrix reasonable compared to mid cap. But again, looking at all the parameters that we probably decipher, order flows, pricing, constant currency growth, margin performance, I think mid-cap probably stands out to be a tad bit better on that front. And therefore, mid-cap selectively preferred over large-cap, as always maintained. The export-oriented stocks at this juncture, which are exposed to the US market or globally as well, which is textiles, gems and jewelry, your shrimp feed makers, and so on and so forth. I think they might still feel some element of pain. So I think it's a better strategy to be very, very stock specific in these markets.
Okay. What about the gems and jewelry space? You touched upon it, but these jewelry-related stocks, they had started to move up in the last couple of sessions on the back of the Titan numbers that they saw, and they were cheering that business update, looking at how this tailwind of higher gold prices may have led to value-led growth among all of them in Q3. How would you look at that? Because this space again is going to be facing any kind of wrath in case there is a negative move on the tariffs front. Yet again, they contribute higher to exports there.
No, so I think the billion makers are largely domestic oriented. I think will not feel the pain. I think it's more the issues in terms of the export oriented jewelers who are probably looking at the scheme of things. Secondly, I think with elevated gold prices, obviously, I think, and the wedding season expected to start again from Jan 14th, well into over the next month and a half, you will see improvement happen in terms of wedding jewelry, studded jewelry, etc. Lab-grown diamonds has become a threat to the industry. So I think they're competing that by introducing their own sub-brands to a certain extent. But our own sense is that with whatever is happening geopolitically, gold and silver will continue to remain the levels at which they are. And therefore, gold financiers might actually have a better run than the bullion makers.
Okay. Fair point. Shail, 1 minute to go before the markets open. Any key other spaces that you are watching out for today?
Sakshi, I'm very happily looking at the cool-off that's happening in the metal space. It gets you an opportunity to get back into stocks that are making record highs. So, Hindalco, National Aluminium, Muthoot Finance, Manappuram.
Okay, so the metal space is clearly going to be in focus yet again. 11,110 right now at this point in time, or 0.3% lower in trade. So